are watching 2 Plus U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Chris Poland here with 911 Restoration. And Chris, we are talking today about the restoration process and how if anyone has had any sheetrock work done or any of that drywall work done, you know how dusty it can be. And you guys really take into consideration if you have one area of the home that's getting restored or repaired, that you make sure the rest of the home stays clean.
Yes, absolutely. It's a big part of the process, similar to how painters do it. A lot of the process is prepping to make sure we protect your property. We're going to put up containments. We're going to seal off everything that we don't want dust in it, protect the floors. We're also going to set up like a negative chamber, so that way all the air wants to come into that area versus the air wanting to leave. So we kind of set it up under a negative pressure to help protect the property, help protect the cleanup process. And
that sounds so mission impossible. It really does. But you brought us some pictures of a project that's really indicative of what we are talking about here today. So take a look and show us what we are looking at here.
What we're looking at here is a furnace leak up in the attic from the condensation line. So what happens is they start leaking over time, and the intakes around that, a lot of the access is through the main hallway area. So it creates a lot of damage, and it's a slow occurring damage. So we go off through the areas, we seal off all of the unaffected areas with zipper doors so people can get in and out, protect the floors, protect anything else that's in there. And then that way we can come in, do the proper drywall removal work, cleaning, disinfecting, and any proper drying that may be needed without affecting the other areas of the house.
Sure. And in this photo here that we're looking at, you're actually doing the work, and it looks like there's that, what do you call that, the air vent. What is going on here?
In this process here, we removed the drywall. We're doing the proper cleaning. We're disinfecting a little bit of that vent. We've just unsealed that vent. We're going through making sure that that was cleaned properly as well, applying a disinfectant and a cleaning product, getting ready to go down and wipe down the whole room. That way we can get ready for a clearance.
And then after that process, we can see that there's some blue tape in that same area where they were just cleaning. Is this now that you guys have re-drywalled the ceiling?
This right here is us prepping, showing some of the areas that were damaged on the ceiling. This hasn't been re-drywalled yet. This is part of the scoping process, setting up the negative so we can kind of scope out the areas that do need to be removed. We have the negative air set up. We have the air filtration device going, and all the containments and all of the rooms sealed off with zipper doors. So if you need to get access, you can still go in and out of those rooms as well.
That's great. Is this a part of the same project?
This is part of the same project. This kind of just displaying how we seal off fireplaces, bookshelves, proper floor protection, just part of the protecting your property process to ensure nothing else gets damaged. We're just there to do what we're there to do and try not to damage anything else.
And for a situation like this, because this is kind of what I would call a fairly common restoration project when you're talking about some sort of furnace leak, correct?
Absolutely. A lot of times the furnace leaks will happen in the summertime. So because you're firing up your air conditioner, they're up in your attic and stuff, or then the condensation drain line may leak, and so, or the pan may fail, and then that starts showing up when you're using your furnace a lot.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a restoration like this, how long of a process would this particular kind of restoration be?
This process, I would say a day of setup, a day of demo, removing the drywall, probably start some of the cleanup process. It's a little smaller one. Then from there, we'll do all the, proper cleaning, stain removal, wiping down, HEPA vacuuming up of the areas, because we got to get every little mold spore out. Then once we feel like it's cleaned up, looks good, we call in for a hygienist. A hygienist comes in, does air samples, tape lifts to make sure that that area has been cleaned properly prior to us removing anything and doing any type of build back.
And the tape lift, that is so interesting to me because they're going in multiple locations of that particular restoration project, correct?
Yes, the hygienist is a third party. You always want to make sure you use a third party hygienist that's not associated with the company. We let our clients either pick one, or we can give them a list or prefer one to them, and then they'll come in And it's their job to say your house is healthy. So they want to make sure that they take care of you and that they do it all properly. So that way they can sign off it, say, hey, your house is cleared, it's been cleaned correctly. You can go on, and then they'll get you a certificate stating of all of the mold spores and all that it's still safe.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And as you just mentioned, like this is kind of a common project that you have in the summer. So restoration happens all year round. With that, if somebody has to reach out to you, where do they go?
The best place, I would jump on Google or Yelp, and Google 911 Restoration Reno will pop right up. We have a lot of reviews, and we look forward to hearing from you guys. Or hopefully you never need to call us, but if you do, we will be ready.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada.